It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Fashion houses, like businesses, face challenges. Just like Givenchy, where the struggle was evolving with the times, companies, they have the same type of problems. We all have the same problems. So, okay, picture this for Givenchy. Your brand, once known for simple glamour, must adapt to stay relevant. The challenge isn't just creating beautiful designs, it's staying relevant, it's staying connected, and it's giving your ideal clients what they need. And this was Givenchy's struggle with the invention, which is really kind of when they were trying to reinvent themselves, they were really struggling. Did you know that Audrey Hepburn wore the iconic black dress in breakfast at Tiffany's? It wasn't initially intended to be that long. See, problems arose when they were making the dress. Plans had to change. Does that sound like your business? And the result became an unforgettable, fashionable moment. Similarly, in business, unforeseen changes happen. Technology changes, customers' tastes change, problems change. And it's critical in our business as CEOs that we have to at least be open, not just to change, but having the sales leadership to make the adjustments to make sure we're communicating accurately with our clients. Now, how did Givenchy navigate its hurdles? The answer lies in the strategic choices, especially the sales ones. When Riccardo Tisci took over in 2005, he infused a whole new style. He wanted to attract a different client base. He wanted to broaden the audience they had, but he wanted to build to the next generation of folks. And as a result, he ended up boosting revenue by $500 million. That's a lot in sales, by the way. So what's the lesson that you can have in sales? The change can be a catalyst. I'm not saying you're resistant as a CEO. I'm just saying we're going to continue to be open to the change, just like he did. And when you do that, you're able to resonate. So what's my big takeaway for you? There's two takeaways I have this morning that I want you to take away. And it's really, although it's fashion, it crosses over to every single industry. Number one, having a well thought out, strong sales system allows you to make the adjustments to a system that you already believe in when the climate changes or the customer changes or you introduce something different into the world. It also allows you to handle the storms that come up, because sometimes the market just shifts. And you have to, yes, continue to be profitable. Yes, continue to solve problems. But more importantly, you have to impact those folks that you were called to serve. You do those two things and you will be successful. With that being said, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name, by the way, is Shay Brown. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you. So we're going to start off as we do every single morning. We all start off with our pledge. And our pledge is, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. And I'd like for you to repeat that after me. And the reason I do this isn't because I want you to say some words. It's because I want it to be top of mind to you. I want it to be part of your mantra as we get together in the CEO Sales Huddle. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. So what's the big why? Well, the reason why is that sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going in than there is coming out. So what's the point I want you to have this morning is that selling, at the end of the day, is serious business. Just go ahead and say that. If you didn't even say the other one, just add that tagline on. Sales is serious business. As you go through your day, selling is serious business. As you look at your bank account, selling is serious business. And when you want to go hire someone, selling is serious business. Okay. With that being said, we'll go to our pledge every single morning. We do the pledge, and the pledge this morning is learn, earn, and return. Now, this is a CEO's pledge. You don't have to put your hand over your heart, as I like to say, but I want you to listen and embody the words. So repeat after me. I must learn something new. Let me put up so you can see it, because we do this every morning. I love doing this. I have to learn something new as a CEO. Think about Givenchy's. We just talked about them. In order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. I must learn, earn, and return. That's our mantra. That's what we do every single morning as CEOs. What are our objectives when we get together? Our objectives every single day are really threefold. Number one is sales progress. So we show up, we get together, we have this huddle, and everything is top of mind to you. So during the day, you can see your sales continue to go up. Number two, we address any roadblocks, whether it's the market change, whether it's our clients change, where we're changing things inside. We're always going to address that. And number 3, to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order not only to grow, but to generate sales. Number 1, sales planning. Number 2, sales cycles. What are the cycles the client's going through? Number 3, the sales messaging, the words that we're using. Number 4, sales indicators. That's the CEO sales dashboard we're talking about. And number 5, a super cool sales team. So someone has to generate the revenue. Even if you are the number 1 salesperson in your business, you're still responsible for generating the revenue. For those folks who join every single morning, before we get into the outcomes, I love to acknowledge you. You're here, you showed up, and part of life is just showing up. Do me a favor if you're watching, no matter what platform you're watching on right now, go on over, look right below the video, and write these words, #I'm here. #I'm here. So as you're checking in, the consistency is there. As you're checking in, the discipline is there. As you're checking in, it's just a way of saying, look, I'm top of mind to me. My sales organization is top of mind this morning. And if you're watching the replay, you could be there at 8 a.m. It's okay. Just go over there and just put #replay. #replay. That's just the bat signal that you tuned in. You're here. I read every comment. I respond to everyone. For those that are on the on-demand streaming platforms, no worries. Head on over to @IamCheBrown, @IamCheBrown. Inside of there, go ahead and put I'm here, or drop me a comment. I'm always curious, what can we do to add more value? What can we do to help you as a CEO as you come together for these 15 minutes to really, really build your business? What's the number 1 reason we get together? What is CEO Sales Huddle? CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. And we have 3 big whys, by the way. We have 3 big whys. Our number 1 why is sales progress. So it's really all about sales progress, sales growth. That's why we get together. Number 2 is about accountability. You know, you may have heard this phrase before, but it's so true. We'll often do more for others than we'll do for ourselves. And last, it's about consistency. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. So 15 minutes, we get together. Now, only ask for 15 minutes. You think about sales and what it means to your organization, and selling is the oxygen to every great business in history. So 15 minutes a day, we get together. So this is top of mind to you. And we have 1 outcome. Our number 1 outcome we get together as CEOs is to add an extra $100,000 plus over and beyond whatever you're earning today of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. Consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. That's our number 1 reason, because when you make more money, then you can have more impact in the world. So you can take the money that you have and you can give to other folks. You can give to the causes you believe in. You can take care of those folks that need financial resources to take care of. And isn't that what it's about, being an entrepreneur at the end of the day? It's not about how much money you can make. It's about the difference you can make for other folks that exist out there. Now, we go to a section that's my favorite segment. They're all my favorite segments, but one of them is really the CEO Sales Dashboard, because the CEO Sales Dashboard, this is where we get a chance to check in. And we understand this one concept. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And so we don't look at 5 categories, because there was a problem. A number of CEOs are like, hey, look, I have so much going on. What do I need to focus on just in the sales organization so I can turn my attention other places, right? Because you've got to pay attention to your sales organization. If not, there's a challenge. And I said, well, what if we create something? It's been a while, but what if we went and just create an Excel sheet? We allow folks to track it. They can manage it. And then you can always make it more sophisticated for those that want. So here's the time you open up your CEO Sales Dashboard. If you don't have it, go over to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Again, www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Once you get there, you're going to see this here. Now, I like this because it allows you to open it up, which you can see it right now. Many of you can see it now. And then you have leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. And today we'll talk a little about appointments. But inside of your spreadsheet, I want you to go look at the performance of your sales organization yesterday. And just yesterday, how many new leads came in? Yesterday, how many leads were qualified? Then take a look at the last 7 days. then the last 30 days. Some of you have been doing this for 90 days now. Look at the trend. We're going to go deep in appointments today. So nothing happens without a lead, but then many of you set appointments, and it's all type of appointments. But let's go ahead and pull it up so we can go ahead and give you what I like to talk about really is the 5 categories. Now, inside of here, you can go change it. These categories, you don't have to stick with them, but these are categories we gave starting off. And look, if you're filling it out right now, that's kind of cool, right? So look at yesterday. How many appointments were set yesterday? Put that number down. And then how many appointments were run yesterday? Put that number down. So there's appointment setting, that's one skill set. Then there's appointment running, that's another skill set. Appointment setting means they showed up. I mean, you set the appointment. Appointing running means they were there. And then if you take a look at that, you can break that category down for many of you. You can customize these. How many were one-to-one? Maybe your team had one-to-one phone meeting. Maybe it was a one-to-one Zoom meeting. Maybe it was a one-to-one live meeting, however they met. And then take a look at how many were one-to-many. So some of you do webinars, some of you do conference calls, some of you do other type of ways where you get in front of large audience. That's called one-to-many. Or maybe you had a sales campaign going up in your sales funnel, and you drove a lot of traffic to a video sales letter that was on a page, and there was a video there, and that is an appointment. Or if they're just reading the context, that is an appointment. So we got to take that really, really seriously. And then what's the one thing you can do to really improve your appointment setting? Like just jot that down, put that down in your notes. Now, as we do that, one of the appointments I like to set is around collaboration. Because you think about it, collaboration is very important. One of my 12 rules for life is that collaboration crushes competition. Collaboration crushes competition. So you can set an appointment to just collaborate. How can you and someone else work closer together? And if you don't have any of those appointments, put those down. And I know referrals for many of you is like one of the top ways you generate revenue in the business. It's not the only way, but it's one of the ways that brings in the highest profitable revenue at the easiest way, by the way, with the least amount of expense. And so it makes sense to track how many referrals will your business generate. Now, there's 2 types. There's one type of referral where you just do your job. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just show up, you do your job, and people refer people to you. Then there's another group over here where you go out and you ask for referrals. So you might have a column there, and I've seen this on someone else's. They had asked for referrals, and then referrals, and then contacts. Contacts means someone contacted their office. Ask means they asked for the referral, and they track how many times they're asking. So, I know you're all different places, different spaces, but I wanted you to have that because I think that's important. And now we're going to move to a segment that I love, which is celebrate wins, because powerful people ask powerful questions because questions their focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions. We're not going to beat ourselves up where we are, but we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions. Question number 1, we're going to ask ourselves is, what are you most proud of? So when you go back and you look at at yesterday's results for the sales organization, what are you most proud of? What was your biggest accomplishment in the sales organization? And then what's the one thing you want to brag about? You want to just raise your hand high and say, look, this happened in the sales organization. Maybe it happened yesterday. Yeah, you want to brag about that. Maybe it's something that took place over the last week. You didn't get to brag about it earlier. You want to brag about it now. If I could open up these lines right now and you could come aboard and you could just stand in front of the group and say, this is what I'm most proud of, what would it be? And yeah, powerful people do ask powerful questions because questions do steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're going to go to the other side, which is what are hurdles out there? What are some hurdles that we've got to address? What was your biggest roadblock yesterday in your sales organization? What's the one thing that's preventing you today from moving forward in your sales presentation? And then I always like to talk about what's the one thing you can do. We talk about a lot of challenges we have, talk about what we can't do. What can you do? What's the one thing that you could do that if you did it, it would help move the needle forward? Maybe it's to get organized. I don't want to give you what it is. Maybe it's to get the funnel done. Maybe it's to hire the right person. I'm not sure what it is for you, but whatever it is, you're going to make that top of mind to you. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. My message today is focus on your revenue generating activities. We call it TIPA, T-I-P-A, top income producing activities. What are the activities for the sales organization that produce the money? And focus all your energy on just that area. Now, you're just talking about the sales organization. So we're not talking about the admin or operations or tech or anything else. Just in the sales operations, focus on keeping the main thing the main thing. You do that, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name is Shay Brown. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you as the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Remember, and I never get tired of sharing that as you're watching, you're just an incredible CEO. I mean, yes, you're good, and yes, you're amazing, or you wouldn't be where you are today. But here's what I know about all successful people: they hold the belief deep in their heart they can always perform at a higher level. And how do they do that? They stay in this type of conversation. How do they do that? They take one idea and implement it. How do they do that? They partner with other folks, because collaboration crushes competition. With that being said, go out there and make it a great day, everyone. And I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. Peace. We out.